We're gonna have a party.
Prophecies and foreshadowing have always been an important part of storytelling. The enigmatic reveal, the cryptic messages, and the charm of impending doom. The World's End is a film that tells a narrative of gloom, using just its name. Edgar Wright has always been an excessive filmmaker. For example, the crash zooms, over-editing, lens flares, and especially for The World's End, foreshadowing. Layers of foreshadowing over foreshadowing upon foreshadowing. At the start of the film, Gary King recounts his best days. The sequence mirrors the entire plot of the film.
It was June the 22nd, 1990, our final day of school. There was nothing we were going to miss about school. Maybe Mr. Shepherd. He was definitely one of the good guys. He used to ask me what I wanted to do with my life. I told him I just wanted to have a good time. He thought that was funny. It wasn't meant to be. Not that night.
Come on, once more. 5, 6, 2, 8.
I remember sitting up there, blood on my knuckles, beer down my shirt, sick on my shoes, seeing the orange glow of a new dawn break and knowing in my heart life would never feel this good again. And you know what? It never did.
As a matter of fact, the Golden Mile pub crawl foretells the adventure in a numerical order, using the names of the pubs to segment Gary's quest. The first post shows the very start of their pub crawl. The Old Familiar shows something is different, but not quite.
Like deja vu.
The famous cock shows Gary's exploit. The Cross Hands shows a complicated fight between the Blanks and Gary's group. The Good Companions shows the group deciding to follow Gary's plan. The Trusty Servant shows Reverend Green, who is now a slave to the robot overlords. The Two-Headed Dog shows the group getting into a tussle with the twins. The Mermaid shows the group getting seduced by Siren Blanks. The Beehive is when everything gets crazy, when a whole hive of robots swarm the group. The King's Head.
There.
At the Hole in the Wall, Stephen drives into the pub. And finally, The World's End. Well, little explaining needed here. My mind was blown when I realized that the king actually decrees what happens in the film. Gary King has decreed that his mum will die.
My mum could be dead. For reals this time. There were casualties, of course. Gary's mum.
2 out of 5 musketeers would die.
Anyway, 5 sounds much better. I think they missed the trick only having 3, because if they'd have 5, then 2 could have died and they still have 3 left.
And the replacement of originals with fake parts.
She's had a bit of work done out to replace the brakes, suspension, exhaust, seats, wheels, panelling, carburetor, manifold, whole engine really, mirrors, headlamps. Other than that, she's the same old motor.
They replaced people of influence, taking over the institutions, remaking, remodeling, refurbishing, doing everything they could to make us join them.
From the very beginning, the characters introduced are part of the King's Fellowship.
There was Oliver Chamberlain, Peter Page, Stephen Prince, Andy Knightley, and me. They called me the King.
Even the network has in some way recognized Gary as King of the Humans.
Gary King of the Humans?
Yeah?
Maybe humans and the Blanks aren't so different in the end. Throughout the film, King has been told to grow up, conform, and join society. Be an adult. It's not so much different from the network telling humans to conform and join the intergalactic order. In both cases, everyone conformed and followed. But not Gary King. Because in the end, no one is above the king, and if he decrees that you fuck off back to Legoland, you do just that. Because even if Gary is a bumbling, drunken fool, he is Gary, King of the Humans, and he speaks for us when he says,
We want to be free. Yeah. We want to be free to do what we want to do. Yeah. We want to get loaded. Yeah. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
Fuck it.
Hey, yeah.